Ladies and gentlemen, Lab After Dark is starting shortly. Lab After Dark is starting soon.
How does my mic sound? Sound all right? Are the correct names back? Is that what's happening? No, not the name. We don't like the names. What do we like? I'm so confused about that. I have no idea. YouTube sucks sometimes. Bow, 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 bow.
Lab After Dark is starting soon.
All right, so we don't like the new name thing, or we do like the new name thing? Or is this the old one? I really don't know.
Open that Pandora's
Can't
door.
keep up with it.
I was actually just sitting down to pee, but whatever, you know. What's the point in causing people up with
Oh, right.
Lab After Dark starts now.
What's happening? Welcome. Welcome to Lab After Dark. It's late after dark. That was just from a drum off in Portland. I don't know the names of the guys that were doing it. But I can't remember, to be honest with you. But it was it's just like a drum off, like a live drum off, and I always liked that one specifically. I like drums a lot, so I like to play the drums and listen to the drums. I like the bongos. You know, this reminds me. So is it not fixed? The situation? How does that? I thought it looks normal to me. I don't know about the ats. Yeah. Anyway, I just before the I've been to Portland, yes. Several times. So now, see, this one I don't recognize. I don't know. My son played percussion. Beat away back then. I'll be seeing him tomorrow. I want to hear it. You're an hour south. Yeah, I've been all up and down the Pacific Northwest and down the West Coast, and I haven't been back east as much as I would like. But when I'm talking about back east, like I'm talking about, like I've never been to like New York, or like Georgia or anything like that. I've never been to those spots, but I would like to. It just seems hot. Nah, not the Midwest. No, definitely not the Midwest. Indiana. Never been there. The Midwest. It's a bit like St. Louis. Nah. Those places are just awfully hot. Way too hot. But for some reason, because I feel like summer's almost over, right? I mean, because, tomorrow's the end of the world barbecue. And I feel like summer's almost over because everybody's going back to school, and everybody, vacations are almost over. But was it that hot of a summer for you guys? I mean, I know people were at some days it was really hot, but yeah, tomorrow's the end of the world barbecue, and it's inevitable. It's absolutely inevitable. There's nothing that I can do about it. Like, I can't stop this, even if I was Superman and tried to reverse it. Like, you know how when Superman went back and like turned the world, like he rotated the world backwards. Was it hot? That's not good. Yeah, it's the end of the world barbecue. That's what I've named it. Because I'm not that thrilled, but yeah, I hear that. I know. We have like 90% humidity. Oh no, really? You're gonna love it. It's like I said, it's not the company. Did I say Superman? I said Superman, didn't I? Our spring is coming soon. Forget the barbecues. Get them out of here. We don't need them. We don't need any more barbecues. The barbecues are done. Those days are done. Well, it is noted Cali is due for some earthquakes, but evidently the world is quaking all over. Why is California due for some earthquakes? We've had plenty of earthquakes. We've had plenty of big earthquakes recent, like not even that long ago. Where I'm at, we have a big earthquake every 2 years. What do we need another earthquake for? Everybody says that. We're due. I don't know. I don't know about that. I mean, just didn't we just have a big one back in how close is that hurricane? I mean, is it almost there? Let me look here. Oh, Aaron could become the Atlantic's first hurricane. God. So I thought hurricane season was over. That sucks, dude. I thought hurricane season was over. That's my favorite. What up, Samantha? Samantha, yeah, us Californians, we know about the earthquake situation. Ad, of course, says, I'm in the middle of buying a house right in the direction that it is going. God, really? November is when it ends for Houston. I don't know. You never know what he's going to do. Breaking news. Come on in, folks. Come on in. I know. She'll let you know. It just rained like hell in Phoenix. Got flash flood alert. And it like never rains in Phoenix. We're supposed to get something called a rainstorm. Yeah, we get these things. They're called as like a cyclone bomb. That's what they call them. I don't know what that is, but we've had those before. We've had hurricane winds before, but I believe the water is either I think it's too warm for hurricanes. I think. Breaking news. Come on in, folks. Breaking news. Anyway, so yeah, I had to reschedule the live because I reached out to a couple people to get some documents that I really wanted, and then I got more than I asked for, and I really just wanted to go through them before I start the presentation, because I know there's a lot of people that aren't familiar with the Summer Wells case, and it's gotten buried under just a montage of shit for the last 2 or 3 years. And it's I just think that, fresh ears and fresh eyes never hurt. You step away from it for a little bit, and then you come back, even though it may not be as popular of a topic as it once was. That's really not the point. The point being that, we stay with these stories and tell the story properly. And that's what I'm going to do from the beginning, because I just know a lot about the case, and I have a lot of thoughts about the case, and I have a lot of history with that case. So, no, there's nothing really new other than a new age progression that I'll talk about as well. And we'll get into all of that. But like I said, there was I reached out to a couple of people for some documents to help tell the story. And, you know, the story starts far before Summer was born. And the story starts before probably I was born. And it led to this road. And I don't want to get too much into it tonight because I just don't, because I want to save it for tomorrow, but it led to this culmination of Summer disappearing and this family being dismantled. And it didn't happen by happenstance. It wasn't happenstance, I don't believe. And there's been a lot of lies. There have been a lot of misconceptions and rumors and shit that means absolutely nothing.
Atticor21 donated $10
at
through
all.
Super Chat. Been working nonstop these past couple of days here. Finally sold this house up here and heading back to the Carolinas. Tired and relaxing now and happy you all are here.
I heard you moved down to South Carolina. Fred Hill is still talking about it with Cher. Yeah, I don't think Fred knows shit about anything, but I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. And Atticor, I appreciate that. It's always good to see you. You've been around a long time too. I've known Atticor for quite some time. Oh, Atticor. And Samantha sent 5. Count them, 5 of them on us. Oh, thank you for dropping 5 of them on us, baby. Oh. Yeah, well, that'll be about the most useless conversation of all time. Ooh, Ernie. That guy, Ernie Shell, can legitimately run in the middle of the road again for all I care. Dude is a nothing freak. I would rather listen to, I don't know, any foreign language that I don't speak. Ernie Shell. Help me, Facebook. Help me. Ernie's a dickwad. I hate that guy. Just the worst. Help me, Facebook. Help me. Yeah, everybody says that the Sebastian Rogers case was bad, and it was, and it is. Dude, Summer's case was way more of a circus. Trust me. I was at the beginning and middle for both of them. I know. I'm one of the first people for both. I think it was Trevor Lee, then I in the Sebastian case. And then, I was ground floor for Summer's case as well. And like I said, I've witnessed both of them, and neither one of them have been good. Yeah, she was 5. Summer was 5 years old when she went missing. I don't know. I actually messaged him. It was like he just sent me something on Instagram the other day or yesterday, and we talked about it. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot that'll make you sick about that case, which will inevitably rile up white boys, bitch ass, and you'll come running to Dawn. Dawn, they're going to start talking about the Summers case again. I'll get a protection order put against me for you, Dawn. Yeah. I love you, Dawn. That's what I mean. I can just see it. I can see it already. Dawn, I love you so much. I want to be in prison just as long as you are. He's not weird. He's a freak. He's a degenerate. And my Instagram, I don't know. Hold on. Okay, that's my Twitter. That's my TikTok that I never use. And there it is. JD_the_lab. Oh, yeah. Big old Tim Mullins, because he's around still, too. I mean, it's one of the, I heard my friend and seasoned homicide detective, Chris McDonough, say to me one time, and this was probably 2.5, maybe 3 years ago, when Ernie was throwing the dildos in the yardo at Candace's house. He was flinging dildos in her yard. That's a fact. And I don't know why, but he was. It was when I think he went to take her the all meat pizza that night. I don't know if any of you remember it, but that happened. And then he was flinging his dildos in her yardo. And it was just, I was just like, I can't even believe this is happening. And when my friend Chris said that he had been investigating cases for a long time, and that he had never seen anything like this. Never. He said he'd never seen the characters. I know. Well, yes, they were Ernie's personal, because Ernie actually did own a chest full of sex toys that he left at his friend's house. And the reason that his friend knew that it was his is because Ernie decided to leave his mail in the suitcase, but he tried to hide the suitcase in like the corner of a closet or something. And he left, his mail, cause he's a genius. I would have dug a hole in the woods and never had shown anybody. Ever. The fact that freak's still on Facebook is even weirder. Oh no. Did Ziggy really have him on panel?
We sitting there bullshitting around. All of a sudden, he's like, yeah, that little bit. He said, I took and gave him
for 3 months, okay? We've been trying. They would have a section.
I always knew that.
God, he was on there for like 2 hours. Holy shit. Dude, check this out. Did Ernie ever sell his hat? No. This is Ernie Shell. He's going to get in a fight in a trailer park. Oh my God! Don't.
Speak about my kids again, motherfucker. You'll meet your fucking mate.
I did see that. It's the stuff of BK. Yeah.
If you say if I grab you, Ernie, don't be swinging
Yeah. I mean, I think I've done probably 2 or 3 shows on it, and I'll tell you that I don't. I don't know. I don't have it in me to cover that case. Yeah, new child cases for me are just they're just I don't know. I'm echoing? Really? Out of nowhere, huh? Still? Am I still echoing? Am I still? Okay, hold on. I don't know why it does that. Uh, any better? Is that any better? Test. Is it fixed? Better or fixed? There's a difference. It's not. It's not. Okay, hold on. Let's see. I don't think it will go away. What about? I don't know. Is that any better? It's hard to tell. Nope, still not better. God dang! Why does it do this? Why it just go? It just. I have no idea why it does that. It was perfectly fine. Or at least I thought it was. I hold on. It's got to be a re. Oh wait. Whoa. Is that better? Tell me that's not better. Tell me that's not better right now. Tell me it's not fixed right now. Yeah, I found it. Yes, I figured it out. I did it. I did it. All right. Get it, motherfucker. There was another. There were two channels picking up my voice, and it was causing that. That's fine. I did it.
Break it up for a minute. Break it up.
What's that?
Why do they break it up? I don't understand.
Why? Why? Because you get his ass beat?
Yeah, that's exactly why.
You talk shit about his fucking business, what you
Yeah,
get?
it was the cars, y'all. Come on.
Talk shit about another.
Anyway, that's Ernie Shell, so. What do you mean the volume went really low? Test. Testing. How's the volume now? He got his ass whooped. He's a little biatch. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why they break stuff up like that. Yeah, I know it's. Mike is hot. La la la. Wait a minute. Dude, I'm so glad. I don't know. I'm so glad I figured that out. I wish I could show you, but I can't. They did duke it out. He loses bad. But why is Ernie? I'm just surprised that Ernie. Oh my God! I gotta play this. I haven't seen these guys in days. Look at that. So Ernie Shell is a what is he a fake? You didn't see my comment. I didn't know. Where is it? Explain what? Ernie Shell is, I believe he says that he's a predator hunter. And yeah, that he's worked with that's right. He's a fake there's not one shred of evidence suggesting he is who he says he is. It's actually quite the opposite. And he's a bitch, and he inserts himself into everything. He's a hillbilly fuck who doesn't know. He lives on chicken nuggets and sweet tea. He's from Kentucky. He's about 5'2". He looks like he's ridden a horse his entire life. I don't know. Yeah, every time and he always when he goes into like these wherever he goes to eat, he asks if they have like a first responder discount and they give it to him, but he's not a first responder. God, I'm so glad you're here right now, Adicor. He gained notoriety in Kentucky because he testified against his brother in a murder trial, which some claim that Ernie is involved in, and that's a fact that his brother is a convicted murderer and it was a really heinous crime, and that every time I've ever seen him eat at places, he he drinks a lot of Mountain Dew. I know that, but I'm just saying that he seems like chicken nuggets or chicken tendies or whatever it is. It's some kid chicken shit that he eats for every meal. Yes, this happened too. I remember one night he was live and he slipped in the ice and fell on his ass, and he claimed he fell because he was dodging bullets. He said that he was getting shot at with rubber bullets, is what he said. I don't know if he believes that he's a first responder, but he tells people that so he can get 20% off at his local Cracker Barrel or Piggly Wiggly or wherever the frig it is that he goes. Yeah, he was the guy that got beat up in the trailer park video. He also got shoved completely under a trailer. I'll have to find that one.
We got him. We got Ernie. Here he comes. The one and the only. Ernie.
Oh, my God.
What's up?
Thanks for taking the time.
Yep.
Hey, so I've talked a lot of shit, haven't I?
You sure have.
Tell us the truth. What's going on with you?
You sure have. Doug's as crazy as he is.
Well, you obviously know it, right? You claim
What?
you do.
What's these fake
You-
videos?
What fake videos?
You said you fake these videos when you were on Benny Keys. I'm just going to be real with you. I have nothing. To be honest with you, I don't know you, Adam, from me and Adam, Steve. This could all be bullshit that we're seeing or hearing, right? Or it could be just a game. I don't know.
Look. You're different. You're a different person when you're confronted, pal. You're a very different person. You have no idea who you're talking to. You have no idea what I'm really about. But you do this for your subscribers and your viewers. That's wrong. You take bits and pieces of information that you find on Google, and then this fat fuck over here gets you.
Actually,
you put it up there. You put it up there. You're no man. You're a coward. You're
Dude, and then you got Griff in the middle. You're
a
laughing.
coward.
Look, little man. Look, little man. Hey,
This is all during the Summer Wells case. Like, this is what this is about. I mean, it's not, but that's what they say it is.
hey,
wait, hold on.
you
Who
can
are
come
you
see me
talking
anytime,
to?
you little bitch, all right? You want to talk trash to
Oh,
me?
okay,
Come
you're
get
talking
me,
to-
all right? You call me fat, you want me? Come play, motherfucker. I ain't got time for you.
Okay, I thought
got
he was
time.
talking to me. Okay.
Wait, what is he going to do?
You're getting involved.
Somebody told me that he has HIV. And I
with something you ain't got no
Let's
business
get on
playing
with
with.
this shit.
I'm not
I've
no
got
little
more
man. You
important things
understand
to
me?
do with food.
You ain't
Okay,
got
hold
shit
on,
to
hold
do
on.
but try to spend money that you ain't
Hold
got.
on. Let's see.
That's all you are.
What? Okay, so how
You
did
wanna
this
play
start? Okay, I don't
Put it
know
in
all
that
this
mouth.
stuff.
I'll knock
did
that
this-
head up your ass. Think you funny? You don't know me, buddy. You don't see me right now.
Yeah, you damn sure don't know me. I love fighting
I know
fat
you.
people,
I
big
know
people
you. I
like
see
people
you.
like-
I've seen people like you all my life.
You
man.
like
ain't no
fighting
joke.
fat people?
You're a fucking joke. Like fighting. You think I'm fat, don't you?
Hey, look,
Anybody
look,
over
I'm
100
not
pounds is
gonna say
fat to
nothing
you, you little bitch.
oh my God. I don't even remember this.
That's all you are.
Oh.
Oh damn! Oh, hey,
You wanna
what
fight a
is
fat
this?
guy?
What is this? Show and tell here? What is this?
You
Show
ain't got
and
much to
tell?
show, do you? What are you going to show?
Wow.
Oh, now. Let me see here. Oh,
Nah, the middle guy's not from the fight.
God almighty. I really don't want to do this. You know, I ain't worked out in a while, and I got these little bitty arms, but, you know,
Oh shit!
I did.
we're
You wanna
show
fight
and
a
tell
fat
here.
guy?
You know, I ain't got that much. Look at that. Look
You
at
show
that.
your tail
I'm
every
not big
day.
at all. Look at that. Look at that. I just got a
That's
bunch of
funny.
ribs.
You've been showing your tail since
But
you got
yeah,
on here.
we'll go with
I had to
that.
push it out for you to hear.
Hey, I see. Hey, guys, look. I see this good for your all's viewers. Hey, I'll entertain that. Let's get on with the questions. I've got a lot of shit I got to do. That's badass, dude. You
Yeah, I
ain't
know,
shit.
right?
You're a little dirty
Yeah, I
dork.
can tell.
That's
I
cool.
know, right?
Let's get on with it. Okay, cool.
All right,
Let me
tough
go
guy.
ahead and prove you guys wrong. Let's do
All
this.
right,
Hurry up.
all right. Let's talk. All right, you like
Hey,
fun?
it's much fun. Much fun.
Got it. All right. So, why did you fake those videos, Ernie? And why did you actually?
This is the summer. This is what was going on in the Summer Wells case.
Actually, let's start with this.
Okay, go ahead. Which videos? Which videos we talking about here? Let's do this.
Let's precurse to the videos. Let's start in the very beginning where you came out to Tennessee. Benny Keys actually says that he set you up. I'm here to help you resolve that. Did Benny Keys and we can put all the joking and all the flexing aside.
Okay.
Whatever happened to Doug? I don't know. Last I heard that he wandered off into the desert and hadn't been seen.
We'll do that later, and we'll do a special.
We can have that pissing battle after this. Let's talk real. Let's see what you're about and give you a chance to talk about shit.
Let's do that. Okay. Hold on. Let me adjust my seat. Oh, God bless. Let me get up here with you guys. Okay, go ahead. Let's go.
And I just flexing for you. All right. So, did Benny Keys set you up and have you come to Tennessee?
No.
Okay.
I was already in Tennessee. Where do you get your information from? I was already in Tennessee. You guys know that I'm licensed professionally in Tennessee, right?
It was in his first live stream.
That's the other thing. I think he said he was a private investigator as well.
Go ahead. Keep going.
It was in his first live stream. Everything we're talking about comes from his live stream where you were on it the first time. Where I do believe he set you up, Ernie. I believe he set you up when you came on his live stream for the benefit of the views. You came out me
look. The only thing he set me up.
Dude, the weirdo in the middle. That's Griff, dude. Griff sounds like Boomhauer. And every single person on this screen has a problem with White Boy, including me.
You know, you say what a setup or whatever it is, was having Cher on there and asking me the questions about, Don Wells and why the interview or something was canceled.
Griff is just somebody that was around. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where he came from. He was just there.
Is that the first time you were on his show or the last time?
What's that?
Are you talking about the last time you were on when the couple came on and asked you to take pictures down? Or are you talking about the first show that you went on?
No. I'm talking about the first show. That's the first time I ever been on.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Look, guys. I was already in Tennessee. I've been in Tennessee for 10 months.
So, what helped you? And what when you picked up the Summer Wells case and stuff, and you were posting it about that?
One of my favorite things is that when Griff talks, he talks with a cigarette in his mouth, and he's like, "How you doing, Bob?" It's pretty impressive. It's like he's a conductor. Guy on the left, his name is Doug. He's a royal piece of shit.
At the racetrack, and they got upset at the racetrack. What is that about?
Can one of you guys turn your TV or something off? I can't really.
Yeah,
it's frustrating.
It's probably Griff watching The Price is Right.
Is that better?
Good deal. Thank you.
Good deal.
Sorry about that.
Okay, go ahead.
We were just watching a video where it showed something about a racetrack, and you make a post about Summer Wells, and they got upset about that because you put pictures up of race equipment on cars and things. What was that about?
I didn't put photos up. I put a whole live stream video up, and then somebody got it for community standards. That's the only reason it was even taken down. As a matter of fact, everything we put on Predator Hunter Nation gets taken down because of community standards anyway. So, I mean, it's custom to that. But we do save those videos, and we have those videos in documentation. And, of course, all of our videos go to the TBI, who we're very well familiar with.
Who do you deal with? Who do you deal with the TBI?
That was his organization's name that he said. Predator Hunter Nation. That's what he was talking about. That's what he said. That was his company. But there was never anybody, like, it was always him. He always would talk about he had like helicopters and shit.
Whoever they put us in touch with.
Black Hawk helicopters. I could bring in Black Hawk helicopters right now. We could go, we could bring them in right now.
How do you
a lot of things go through TBI tips. A lot of things go through TBI tips.
Is it all via email or phone calls?
Through email, mostly through email. Mostly through email because it's documentation purposes. Everything we do is through that.
Everything.
Let me see if Griff fixed his background noise. Okay, I think he has. with everything, so you could show us emails that you've sent to TI then.
I've done that before already. I've already showed that. I've showed every one of the tips we've ever done like that. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. I really don't know. Honestly, I've been putting
that's out there. That's out there because you didn't do your homework. You
if you remember the Kyle Rittenhouse case, and I can't find this video anymore, but it was one of my favorite videos when the Kyle Rittenhouse trial was going on. Ernie claimed that his security team was called in to run security for Kyle Rittenhouse at the courthouse. And he was standing in front of the courthouse by himself. There was nobody in sight. Not one single person out there. And he was standing there with his hands in his jacket. Some lady from the news is like talking to him. And he's like, we run security here. We're running security around here. And the lady's like, really? Like, seems to be awful quiet. He's, oh, that's all part of the strategy. She wasn't from the news. I thought she was. It was one of the funniest things I'd ever seen. Marlena says, for those who don't know who Ernie is, he's a damn liar, lies about literally everything. And Griff, just another grifter off Summer's case, and Doug, a damn joke. No lies have been detected.
You went and throw the information on that you don't know what you're talking about. But let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Next question. Let's do this.
Next question.
So what happened with the $10,000, Ernie?
What $10,000?
Country road, take me home to the place I belong.
Texas, the $10,000.
West Virginia.
The wrestling event. I used to be a pro wrestler.
No, there's not.
So,
and
I understand.
Okay. You used to be a pro wrestler. Okay, I see what you got now. Okay, so $10,000 of pro wrestling. I went with the wrestling event. So you didn't do your homework, right? It was
where you hired the cops and you didn't pay them either. And the rest
that wasn't no $10,000.
Diamond Dallas, Jim the Anvil, Neidhart, and Diamond Dallas Page.
Make an outline. Well, they all got paid, so you're wrong on that. You're wrong on that.
It said you didn't pay anybody.
Wrong.
Yeah, there was a whole thing as well that Ernie had set up like some sort of wrestling match or MMA match, and then he collected all the funds and didn't pay anybody. And I think that was a true story.
Wrong.
Can I put you on hold 1 second, Ernie? 1 second.
Go right ahead.
It's an important phone call for me. Sorry.
This is actually documentation purposes. Holy.
Hey, Grandpa.
This is Doug with his fake grandpa. Doug would fake this phone call every day.
What happened?
You're the grandpa.
You're the grandpa.
He would pretend he would have some mentally handicapped guy, or I think it might have been an app. I can't remember.
You call your kids?
I talk to my kids.
Doug one time showed up to a bowling alley, and it was the Special Olympics bowling alley, and he was like, "Oh, that's my friend right there," but he never like went near him. He was just, and people were like, "Oh, that's so cute," and they were sending him like cash apps and like super chats and shit.
You wash your hands?
I washed my hands.
Will I call you tomorrow night?
Call me next year.
What?
Okay, call me tomorrow night.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye, Joey. Grandpa. Sorry about that, Ernie. I have to take that call every night. That's an important call to me. Beyond the YouTube shit and everything else. So, okay. So now that we're back to normal. So if you want to clear that up.
He claims that he was a coach for the Special Olympics.
I'm trying to figure. I just read about that right now. We were just going over that.
Okay.
So what happened? And I'm just asking based on the face.
No, I think that's the only trailer park fight, but I think he did get shoved. No, they're not involved in the. They just. I don't think anybody's actually involved in the case. It's just that I don't know. No, they're not involved in the case, but they want to be. They think that they know things. They don't know shit.
Book posts and the other posts that we've seen If you want me to bring them up, so you could see, I could do that.
Nah,
I'm not here to try to trash you, honestly.
they, you know, out of 151 shows that I ran, they fought me on. You know, I always fought it on 2 shows, and they was 2 separate events. So I mean, you know, it is what it is.
Let's get it straight right now. I'm not here to tear you.
Okay, I understand that.
Let's get it.
Okay,
Let's go. Let's move forward.
Let's do this.
All right, cool. Griff will come back, and I don't know what your guys' beef is. I'll let you guys talk that out in a minute. I just want to ask you a few questions before we get to that point. Just because, honestly, the stuff that we got is only off Benny Keys's information that he's brought out about you. Okay, right. It's not about anything.
I understand.
Yeah.
But you have to understand too. Look, you got a platform here that people actually believe a lot of things. A lot of things you say is not always true. Always remember that. Check it twice, cut it once. Do your own homework. Do your own investigation, and do your own documentation.
It's measured twice and cut once. But what I can tell you.
Go ahead.
What I can tell you, it's not a pissing battle right now. I just trying to answer.
I understand. Well, let's continue on.
So, is this true? Did this $10,000 really go towards Alexis and nobody get paid, or is this all bullshit?
That's all bullshit. Everybody got paid and everything was settled out. If it wouldn't, my ass would have been in jail. I didn't go to jail for that. So
it's measured twice and
cut it one of things. A lot of things you say is not always true. Always remember that. Check it twice, cut it once.
Check it twice, and cut it once. Oh, that's funny.
Do your own homework, do your own investigation, and do your own documentation.
It's measured twice and cut once. But what I can tell you.
Look at Griff. Oh, this is classic. I haven't seen this shit. I don't know if I've ever seen this, but I've seen them panel up before, and it's a nightmare.
Go ahead.
What I can tell you, it's not a pissing battle right now. I just trying to answer.
I understand. Well, let's continue on.
So, is this true? Did this $10,000 really go towards Alexis and nobody get paid, or is this all bullshit?
That's all bullshit. Everybody got.
Dude, nobody rips heaters like Griff. Nobody. There's not one person in the world that have a schmag the way that he does.
Hey, and everything was settled out. If it wouldn't, my ass would have been in jail.
If there was an Olympic team of cigarette smokers, Griff would carry the torch at the opening for Team USA.
Didn't go to
Southern Edition.
Jail for that. So, you know, I went to jail on a wrestling event. Over a civil matter. It was also, and I also sued and won. And it was the Walmart thing that you said, it was dismissed. But I won the case. You have to understand that.
Oh, I still got the check.
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
Well, I understand that on paperwork, but I can show you elsewhere.
that was my receipt. That's all I had at the show.
Okay, I understand that.
Yeah, that's all I could get. So
did he just clean his ear?
Again.
Yeah, orange shirt. Orange shirt's probably the most sane one up there. I swear to God.
And that's just me getting it the most I can. And it's not to trash, but it also is to bring light to this. What's this with syringes?
Dude, that is a harsh stash though. But good for him.
And stuff. Were you ever arrested for syringes and weapons and things? Is that true? Is that another?
Oh my God, that dude. And I know where you get this at. I know exactly who you talk to.
I didn't talk to anybody.
Okay, in the hockey mask business. Okay, look. You know, I was in the Hall of Fame on Friday the 13th, right? You know that.
I didn't know.
What the hell does that mean?
Oh, you did. I made all the masks. The actors wore.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
He says that he made all the masks for Friday the 13th. That's not true. Oh my God.
I'm very familiar with Jason. I'm very familiar because I have every replica mask of Jason.
That's from NECA.
No, I know that.
Yeah. That's actually off of imprint of well, anyway, let's continue on.
Anyway,
David Miller made the actual Part 5 mask, by the way. Good friend of mine. But let's go. Let's keep going.
He gives a shit about those stupid ass masks. He said that I made the masks for Friday the 13th. He never did that. That's just Ernie allegedly scammed a guy. As a matter of fact, we can watch the video and then come right back. I mean, we're not doing anything, are we? You guys mind? I don't have it, but the internet does, and I can get it. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Ernie Shell. Jason Mask. Where are we at? I don't know if I can find it. I know it's. I saw a video one time of him jumping on a trampoline and with a Jason mask on, and he was punching himself in the face with the mask. Just I've seen too much. I was. God, I wish I could find that. Does anybody remember that? He was putting pictures up. He was like putting naked pictures up of people and threatening to kill them. And then he said that he was going to hurt somebody with a K-bar knife while the Idaho 4 case was going on. He lost his way. God dang it. I'm going to keep playing this while I look, but I can't find it right now.
So
Answer the question.
So
Kelsey
they got
gifted
paid
10 Lab
the
After Dark
$10,000
memberships. Thank you
didn't
so
go towards
much,
Alexis,
Kelsey.
right?
It was a title sponsor. He had sponsored out, and he paid for it. So
Got it. Okay.
Ernie
And now we were on the
Shell.
needle thing and that stuff, and you were telling me where we got that from.
there was no needle. It was a syringe. It was a syringe, brother. It was a syringe.
It was a
There was
syringe.
no needle. It was a syringe.
It wasn't a needle, y'all. It was a syringe. You ever heard of syringe? It's like a hybrid of a syringe and a needle. It's a syringe.
Even he had sponsored out, and he paid for it. So
Got it.
It's
Okay.
a syringe.
And now we were on the needle thing and that stuff, and you were telling me where we got that from.
His name is Predator Hunter Nation.
there was no needle. It was a syringe. It was a syringe, brother. It was a syringe.
The syringe.
There was no needle. It was a syringe.
Syringe.
Even New York law, even the New York law states, they couldn't get me to that, but they did get me for a nightstick, which I'm a legal bounty hunter. I'm registered. I've got all my
A nightstick.
credits, abilities, and all that credentials for that. But in New York,
Okay,
it was
thank
a
you.
weapon, and
He's saying syringe. No, he's not saying syringe. He's saying syringe. He's trying to say syringe.
they held me for 2 hours. Okay, that's what happened with
Do
that.
you use lethal or non-lethal weapons? Are you available to carry?
No,
I am available to carry. I've got an armed guard license, literally. So I mean, I got a PPS license, protective service license.
I have
Joe
my card.
he's not allowed to. He's a felon. He's not allowed to have a gun.
Lourdes was Joe Lourdes is Secret Service. It was Secret Service for Bill Clinton. Is one of the trainers that I went through. Byron Rogers is another one. I know all those guys. So I mean,
I did not have sexual relations with Miss Monica Lewinsky.
Right, and I understand.
Right.
Understand that too. You had sexual relations with others, but that's okay. You say I'd be funny too. But let's go. Come on, keep going. I want to do this. Let me show you something, guys. And
He's very obsessed with Donald Trump, but not like in the normal, I voted for him, I hope he does well type shit. It's like he wants to like I don't know, live inside of him.
Shellish.
Let me just show
I
you.
didn't
And he's always talking about Donald Trump Jr. He like loves that too.
love
Let me
to
show you
see
something right now.
Donald Trump would love to see.
Let me show you something.
That's a terrible Donald Trump impression. I do the best one. I'll tell you, I do the best Donald Trump impression around. Everybody says, "Wow, what a great impression that is," and I say, "Yes, yes." I worked very hard at it. Wow, it's great.
What you had to show us.
I'm gonna show you guys something. It's
Hello,
still legit.
Californians.
I have no
Barack
reason
Obama,
to say that this is not legit. You can look at the license on this. I mean, hell, this expired. These are credited for 3 years. This shows in 2014, and that was like 7 years ago. I had license then. I still have this. I have license then. I have license now. This expires on December 31st, 2021. Okay, so that's armed license. That's a PPS license, which is Private Protective Service license. So I mean, even with future recovery, I've had my license for 20 years. I've got things of that nature. So
Thank you, Marlon.
I've got my I got CPI, I got ED, I got CPR, I got all that, guys. So I mean,
you have.
When is Griff going to talk? We need some Griff. Wow, what a great impression. I said, that's a great impression. They love my impression. They love it. They love my impression.
ED.
I got all of it. What's that?
I'm sorry to hear that. You have ED.
No, I don't have ED.
I thought you said
AED, dumbass.
I thought you said
Dumbass.
ED. I'm sorry.
AED.
ADD.
Okay, keep going.
He has AD. He has AD, not ADD.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going through
All right.
questions.
All right. Next.
Wow.
Did you put pictures on your website on Facebook of other people's kids that you had not permission to put on there?
Yes.
No, I didn't.
What was that the other night? The people came on telling you, demanding you to take pictures off of your
That's exactly
your Facebook.
That was another member. It wasn't on my Facebook. It was on their personal. Facebook. It never had even hit our company organization. Predator Nation never was on it. So I already made that clear.
Got it.
But yeah, I'm glad. I'll answer any questions. I'm not going to shy away from it.
Have you been in contact with Cher?
No.
Don Wells?
No.
Benny Keys still?
Well, I mean, he messaged a couple of times, and I've had it. Like I said, I've done the network thing and saying we all should come together. If you're in it for summer, you're in it for summer.
Yeah,
that's
right.
fact.
Well, what's weird, Ernie, is we all have come together. I don't know if you noticed this community or know this community, and I'm gonna give you the mic here to talk about anything you want here in a second. I just have very few things that left to ask because honestly, I don't have hate in my heart. I'm not here to trash you, really.
Yeah,
all
right.
I'm bringing up and doing the commentary,
Bullshit.
and then actually, I do have one thing to ask. Very, very important. The lady who came up in the very first interview, right? She walks up to your car and says, "Are you the predator hunter guy?" Did you say was that for commercial purposes? Was that a setup? And
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that was set up?
You want to watch it?
Yeah, let's watch it.
Let's watch it.
Let's watch it.
Right,
Griff with the smoke. We got smoke. We got smoke. Look at him. Look at him.
Thank you again for coming on, Ernie. Again, I'm not here to trash you.
That's fine. I'll tell you what we do. Let's do something, just a random event. Let's go back in Tennessee. Well, what did I get in Tennessee? I'm not in Tennessee.
Let me do this. Is a 1 minute. This is a 1 minute video or so. So let's just watch this. I'm gonna put this on real quick, and you tell me. And this, you can read my commentary even on the video if you haven't seen it. It's on my backup channel, so you probably haven't seen it. So let me show.
The highway run. Who is Griff? Okay, I don't know. Probably not.
Share this real quick with you.
I assume that he's not okay. I think he had a stroke a while ago, but no, that's just him. That's what he does. That's how he smokes. What is this?
Oh my God. You won't believe it.
he's like the best chain smoker
I
of
spelled
all time.
rehearsed wrong. It was auto-corrected.
That right there should automatically said autocorrect. Anyway.
Wait, next one will be correct. You'll see it if you keep watching. Yeah. Listen for yourself.
Okay. Professional boxing, and I just kind of like want to do a mixture of it. And look at whoa, pause it. I know enough to survive. I'll just say that. Pause it. And that's it.
Okay.
Professional boxing license, federal ID, Indianapolis, Indiana, BX 109009. There you go. I think that's it. You can actually look it up. You look.
Yeah, he does. The guy with the nipple ring on. I know what you're talking about. I think they're both from Kentucky.
My record too, if you want to. Go ahead. Okay, keep going.
Here's the horrible acting and rehearsing. I thought.
Right.
Nipple ring.
She actually scared me. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I didn't know. Because I get paranoid when people walk up the window.
Oh yeah, man.
Go ahead and listen in, Ernie.
Girthy.
Go ahead. Hold on a second.
Oh yeah, man. Yes, ma'am. I'm doing it.
Oh, that's nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's how I choose to remember him.
Awesome what you do for our kids. As a mother myself, I worry so much about the children.
Okay, hold on. This might be a great question. I haven't read it all the way through. But Josh, out of all the people in the Wells orbit, which one do you think could have gotten the truth out of Don or Candace on what happened given enough time? That's a great question. Man, I think McDonough came pretty close to breaking Candace at the Warriors. Was it Warriors Park? I personally thought that one day, or that I don't know. Probably Chris. Probably. Doug was the first to get him up on panel, right? No. I don't have Don's number. I used to. I think he changed it. I don't want to talk to him.
So I'm so thankful for what you do.
Oh, I appreciate.
As I said before in my lives and every damn one
Appreciate
of them.
that. And like I said before, we always do this for people who, we do it for the people. We do it for you, the people. And most of all, it's we, the people. We'll protect the children.
I don't know if Ernie got close. I think Ernie, when he was talking to Candace and then she's like, give me a couple days, but she was just playing him too. I don't think Ernie was close.
At all costs. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I don't want to take up your time, so it was good.
Did she just say I want to take a picture and you guys never took a picture?
No, I don't know what. No, she said I don't want to take up your time.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I think she said I don't want to take up your time or something. Yeah. But I was busy in the interview and on that. No, and that
dude, look at Griff.
Actually took a place in. I was in South Carolina. I was in Greenville, South Carolina. I just got done. I was actually teaching a class. Well, teaching a security class because I was over the security people from North Carolina and South Carolina over that way. Anyways,
these are very, very nominal now.
Okay.
I'm going to let you guys take the floor because apparently when we started the whole conversation, I thought you were talking to me in the beginning, but apparently you were talking to Griff. You called me fat. I'm chunky. I'm chubby. Big bone.
Well, chunky, I like to stay in shape.
They gave me the wrong PTSD medicine.
Excuse me.
Round is a shape.
You call this being fucking professional, you little jackass? Is that what you want? You want to talk trash about somebody?
Ernie, so I'm going to turn the table over to you guys.
This ain't what you need to be doing right now. You're talking about being professional. You really are acting professional, you jackass.
Griff,
what about Smurf?
Griff, what's Smurf this? I just almost said that.
Hey, Griff, let's do this right here. Look, I don't like to talk.
Started
I don't
this,
like
Griff?
to talk. I like to do action.
What started all this?
You set it up. Look,
he stepped into a damn case that no business being a part of. He ain't nothing but a goddamn scam artist. That's what started it.
You said it.
You know you are. Hey, what about that? Let's check on these addresses here, Ernie. What about 318 Cold Comfort Road in Churchill?
Hold on, Griff. We don't want to dox people right now.
Huh?
We don't want to
I'm not doxing nobody. I'm doxing him. I'm doxing him on where the hell he actually lives. That's what I want to know.
I don't want to be doxing him on that right now.
He's not professional carrying on the way he's come on this damn channel trying to be careful. That's real smart, you little pervert.
Eventually, Doug and Griff ended up hating each other too.
I ain't got nothing to say to him. I don't have nothing to say to him. I'm concerned about Summer Wells. I ain't concerned with that jackass.
I didn't even dislike Griff, to be honest with you. I swear to God, I didn't.
Ain't no pump.
You're more like
threaten me with my job. You threatened me with
he did. I think that Ernie got Griff fired.
My job, you little man. You think you funny?
That was
think
you
cute?
Look,
think you funny? I dare you to try me. You don't know me, man. You don't have a clue who I am.
Why did you threaten his job, Ernie?
Bioengineered my ass.
Where's he getting that at? Hey, let me just say this right
you know
here.
exactly where I'm getting it from.
I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you what you want. I'm going to give you what you want.
Dude, Griff just ripping heaters indoors like it's 1972.
Never give me what I want, man. You ain't man enough to give me what I want.
I am not a talker, pal. You
You're
set it
not
up.
You're not a talker.
You set it up. You set it up, brother. You collect all the fucking money from it, okay? I will beat you into the fucking ground. Just sign the waiver, pal. Let the audience decide.
Okay.
Let the audience decide. I mean, this is crazy.
I had nothing. I fear nothing. There is a reason I fear nothing.
I'm going to set up a PayPal pool.
That's why you're hiding in the dark. That's why you're hiding in the dark, you little shit.
I'm going to set up a PayPal pool.
Come out into the light, man.
I'm going
to
set up
somebody.
Tactical.
I'm going to set up
you have no fucking clue.
Made in China. Made in fucking China.
I'm going to set up a PayPal pool. And you guys.
Lying about January 6th, all that kind of crap. You were never there.
You guys can both sign a waiver. I would love to see this happen.
Pervert. Stage damn man is all you want. Try to be famous off somebody else's dime. What about these families you ruining, huh?
You guys put one in the chat if you guys want to see this.
What family? What families you talking about?
What families? Exactly. You don't care about none of them. What families? It's like what you think.
What family are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Funny how you show up every time.
It is. It's something.
Yeah.
It's something, man. And I'll show up to whatever event you set up. That way I'll beat your ass. You can have your fans. Quit talking. Quit talking.
Hey, I'm right here.
I might fly you both to California. I might fly you both to California because I have a venue.
I'm right here next to him. If he's over here where he says he's at. He ain't got far. He ain't got that far to ride.
Let's do it.
You ain't got that far to ride, buddy. If you say you where you at, trust me. I'm in your backyard. You don't even know it.
Let's do it.
You don't even know it.
I don't give a damn. Let's go, Griff. I don't care. Look, I don't talk to
my goddamn name right.
So this is turned personal. This is not for YouTube.
Doug
this
is
not,
by the way.
This is not. I mean,
no, it's not about YouTube. It's not
Doug is loving this.
About none of it. It's not even shouldn't be here. I apologize to all y'all for hearing this shit.
You're fine. It's real life. This is why we're here.
No, if you go back in your history and your videos, you see what you're all about anyway.
You can watch them all in, but you ain't had a clue.
You're all mouth. You're all mouth.
Right.
You're all mouth. You have no clue about me, but you're going to learn about
me. Let me tell you what'll happen to you. That's the visual you'll see, buddy. I'm very vivid on my mouth too, and I'll tell you exactly what happens. You ain't got to see no fortune teller through me.
Oh my God, this is
Sizemore. What about Raven? Tell us about Raven there, Ernie. What is his damn background, Mr. Raven? Tell us about Sizemore. Huh? Talk about him. Tell us something. You ain't gonna bring him up, are you? What about him?
I don't know.
What's his past?
Yes,
what about his past? What about him?
Who's
What's his criminal background, Ernie?
Who's Sizemore?
That's the Raven. That's who Raven was.
Quote the Raven.
Raven on your team?
No smirk there, huh?
Hit that like button, please.
Raven is. Yeah, you do. Watch his.
Not personally, I don't know. Not personally, I don't.
The psychic he was using. The psychic that's supposed to be telling all. That's playing with kids too at the same time.
That's that lady we just saw, right?
Whoa. The psychic I was using?
Yeah.
Dusty Lynn. Hold on.
That ain't doxing, buddy. That's telling the fact.
The psychic. Whoa. You got some good kids or not? Or are you just going to gang up?
Don't hit the brakes now.
I'm gonna show you who he's talking about because I have a picture.
It ain't the picture.
You have no clue. You have no clue.
Hold on, Ernie. This is all I have. It's a Dusty Lynn Maligan.
That ain't
Okay,
her.
Dusty Lynn. Okay, look,
That
I
is
said
not
this.
her.
I said this before.
That ain't her.
Look,
He knows
I
what I'm
said
talking
this
about.
fact. That's Dusty Lynn. That's Dusty
That's what I'm
Lynn.
talking about.
We was never supposed to be involved in the Summer
Mhm.
Wells case. I've said this 100,000
Yeah.
damn times.
That ain't
We
who
was
I'm talking
asked by two elderly people to the
Apparently, Griff is mailing letters or something, stuffing in envelopes. I have no idea what the hell is he doing.
do a search.
He's,
That was
he's like pissed.
We
Look how pissed he
involved
is.
in
Look how pissed Griff is. Look at that. Look at this.
That's, I said Lynn. I've said this 100,000
He's like sending out his Christmas cards or something. What is he doing?
times. We was asked by two elderly people to do a search. That was it. Okay.
Earl Sizemore, Ernie. Come on, man. Talk about him. Earl Sizemore. You want to be honest? Bring it up.
You're
Earl
wrong. You're wrong,
Sizemore.
Griff. You're
I'm
wrong.
not wrong.
You're wrong.
Bring him up. Talk about him.
You're
Bring him
wrong.
up.
You want to let? Am I going to get the
Y'all
finish,
two
or
are
is this
connected.
loudmouth
Tell me
motherfucker going to keep
That's
on
fine.
running?
All right, who's who's Sizemore he's talking about?
Fine. Put it that way.
Yes.
That was Raven the psychic or something like that. So that's not the same person, and that ain't who.
No,
we
it
don't
ain't
have
the same
no
person.
connections.
Earl
We have no
Sizemore,
connections.
Raven.
We have no connections with that person, pal.
What the hell is he drinking?
So I mean, I don't know where you're getting your information from.
You
Oh my god, it's just too much, dude. It's so much. It's just too much.
did you or did you not call Griff's work or have a part in helping Benny or do any kind of mischievous things? And if you did, if you could apologize first and just
I'm not
back
going
off
to
from it.
apologize to Griff. I'm not going to apologize to Griff.
So that means did you
I
do it?
apologize with this right here, okay? That's the way I apologize with him. When he mans up and he wants to sign whatever, I'll let him
You
make
did-
the money. I'm not in it for the
You
money.
just spoke.
I could give a damn about the
You're
money.
so full of shit. That's why
I
every damn
could
time
give
you
a
do a
damn
video, it's
about
about
the
your
money.
money and your
I could
PayPal
care
account.
less about the money,
Come on,
pal.
man. Get real. Get real. I ain't even making money, man. I'm not even paid, you idiot. You ain't looking at
challenged
that
me,
shit. I'm
pal.
non-profit.
You challenged me,
Moron.
man.
I didn't challenge you. You ran your damn mouth about me. Talking about a damn murder for hire, you jackass. You brought my name into your damn little mix.
Wait, you also said I was
Howard?
a part of that, right?
Come
Yeah,
on,
I
stage
did.
your own
And
damn
I
murder
turned your
now?
name I also turned your name into the FBI. Who we
No, this is the real Griff.
well,
So,
you know,
yeah,
think
yeah.
about that.
Hopefully,
Might as
hopefully it was the female body investigators because
Might
it's
as
been
well cover
a
your
long
ass.
time for me. I need.
Oh yeah. Oh
I
God,
need a
man.
hug.
I
I need
love
a hug.
female. Oh dude,
I need a
I
hug.
love women. Oh my God. I can't see who's on here and who's commenting. How do I do that? I don't know much about.
He loves women, but I've heard that that's not like he may love women, but he also may love men too, from what I've heard.
YouTube. I really don't
You'd
get
have to
on. I
be on
want
the
to see.
desktop site or
Oh shit.
Yeah, you can't do it out of your car, man. You gotta get out of the damn little laundry room.
Yeah, I know, man. I got to.
or if you go on your phone and you click the three dots at the top, and you know how you can go to desktop site from your mobile site, that'll let you see the chat. That'll let you see the chat.
Okay, well, I mean, I'll look at it.
I can actually, if you want, I can post things up like this every comment.
Awesome.
So if you prefer that, I can do that for you. Okay.
Cool deal. You know, I didn't come on here to try to fight with you guys. I wanted to answer questions, and that's what I'm doing. I've got a lot of things here in Texas I've got to do, and I've got a lot of things to do. So, you know, that's a fact.
Yeah, we need to get back to Summer Wells anyway. This is getting old.
Right. We have to get back to Summer Wells. That's why I want you guys to get it out right now, because I want Griff's job, because I like his family a lot. And Ernie,
you know, I'm not going to touch. I'm not going to touch.
I want the best for you, bro. I do.
Dude, Doug is hammered.
I want the best.
I know you're not going to touch it.
Whatever you're doing.
I don't want you to tell me you're not going to touch it. I know you're not.
I'm not going to touch it, but you know, I would like an apology because you're wrong. You're wrong, and I made it.
We already established.
Yeah, you are. You ain't no proof. There's no proof of what
we're going
you
back to Summer Wells, right?
No, you show a sign of weakness.
Okay, so Doug asked Ernie if he would apologize for calling Griff's work, and he said no, that the only way he would apologize was with this, but now Ernie wants an apology. Like, do people really just go, if you apologize, everything's okay? You think that any one of these guys that would, if they were to apologize, is going to mean it? Is it just about the words? They don't care. They're not sorry. So if you get to go, hey man, I'm really sorry. Sorry. I apologize. That's good enough for these numbskulls. All right.
Ernie.
Let's talk about.
I know you're not.
I'm not going to touch it, but I would like an apology because you're wrong. You're wrong, and I'm mad enough.
Nobody's wrong. We already established.
Yeah, you are. You ain't no proof. There's no proof of what
we're going
you
back to Summer Wells, right?
Apology show a sign of weakness, Ernie.
Let's talk
Shows a sign
about
of weakness. You can hang that up with me.
I'll talk about.
Apologizing is a sign of weakness. Well, that's a great philosophy, Griff.
There's no sign of weakness at all in me, pal.
Well, we just talked that we're going back to Summer Wells, gentlemen. All right. You guys hash it out. I mean, you guys don't have to be friends. You guys don't have to like each other, but stay away from Griff. Griff, let's stay positive, okay? It takes more time to be positive. You leave Griff alone and his family, and then we'll be cool. And Griff.
I'm not worried about me or my family. I'm worried about the other people. The other people you didn't attack.
But listen, we're all, if you don't, whether you
as long
like
as you
it
on me, you off everybody else. That's fine. As long as he's on me, he's off everybody else.
Whether you like it or not, we're all doing this for the same thing.
Okay, let me ask one question and I'm done. Let me ask one question and I'm done. You two gentlemen, are you against child predators? Are you against who's against what we do? We bust child predators and expose them. What part don't you understand and don't you like about that? That's the only people that.
Oh, nice. This is called gaslighting.
We actually go after.
Well, I don't.
So you tell me from your aspects of it.
Put lipstick on a pig, Ernie.
What I don't like about it, Ernie.
Griff just said you can put lipstick on a pig, Ernie. You put lipstick on a pig, Ernie. You can't put lipstick on a pig, Ernie.
What I don't like about it is at some point you're pretending or you're portraying or putting 13-year-olds and 14-year-olds pictures and portraying a 13 or 14-year-old or a 8-year-old or 12-year-old or whatever you do in sites to trick people. But what you're doing is now you're soliciting children and other people's kids to use as pictures as bait. I have a problem with you using kids that may be kidnapped.
So you have a problem with us working with the Department of Homeland Security and other law enforcement agencies. You can personally say you have a problem.
My father.
I got a problem with a grifter getting involved in something he shouldn't have to get involved in. Something that's hustled all his life and gets involved in something like this, trying to make a dime. That's what I got a problem with.
My father.
I don't make a dime off of it, pal.
My father was 38 years LA County Sheriff's, and he could have made captain.
That was another. Doug always brought up that his dad was in law enforcement, and which he was. That's true, and I think his brother was too. But it always changed. It was like 40 years, 45 years, 50 years, 55 years, 70 years. His dad was this, and his brother was that, and James Brown was his uncle, which is bullshit. I wonder how Benny's doing, to be honest. Somehow I feel like deep down that I don't know. I don't know.
He was a Marine. He took over Hill 500. He has 3 Purple Hearts, a Silver Star.
3 Purple Hearts.
Right. He was a Marine. My father was 38 years LA County Sheriff's, and he could have made captain. He was a Marine. He took over Hill 500. He has 3 Purple Hearts, a Silver Star, right? He was a Marine, right? Hoorah. If you ever talk to Benny, he uses hoorah, you should punch him in the face, okay? Secondly, and if you were you in the military?
Hoorah. Tennessee State Guard, I was. I'll say that.
Tennessee State
And I was in there for a tenure. That's all I'm going to say.
That's not
Tennessee State Guard? That's all I'm going to say.
Tennessee State Penitentiary, right? If you talk to Benny, he uses hoorah, you should punch him in the face, okay? Secondly, and if you were you in the military?
Hoorah. Tennessee State Guard, I was. I'll say that.
Tennessee State.
And I was in there for a tenure. That's all I'm going to say.
That's not Tennessee State Penitentiary, right? That's different.
No, it ain't that.
Okay.
It ain't. I don't think it's actually got to that yet. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I'm just making sure. And Griff, I unmuted you. I just wanted to get this in and talk to him. Can we make it about Summer Wells? Can you stop? Can you guys stop? I mean, honestly,
yeah, I think they were doing the Marine thing. Hoorah. I don't know. I don't think it's hoorah, but I actually don't know. It's not something I've ever even thought about.
Look, I'm not in with the Summer Well stuff no more.
Oh, bullshit.
I've got child predator investigations I'm doing. I'm working out here. I'm working with certain officials, and I'm going to continue doing that. Now, the rest of the Predator Hunter Nation team, they're working. Look, when they get a hold of something, they get a hold of it, and they won't let it go. So I'm doing my thing right now with what I'm doing. And, you know, like I said, I didn't even know this is even going on. This is actually brought up to me. So I have no problem with either one of you guys, you know, from that aspect. But I'm not damn well near scared of anybody, okay? Let's get that.
Awesome.
That's all I'm
I don't want you scared. I don't want you scared. I just want you warned. I don't want you scared. But anyway, I want to get back to summer because I'm really tired. If you ain't got no business talking, you ain't talking about it, then I don't have no business talking to you. So good night and have a good one.
Well, good deal. Let's keep my mouth out. Let's keep my name out of your mouth.
Keep your face out of my damn life, then, all right? That'd be good.
Good deal, buddy.
You won't have to worry about my foot up your ass, all right? You keep your face out of my life. You won't worry about my foot up your ass, all right?
You're badass in that screen.
I'm a badass everywhere, cuz. Everywhere.
You're really not. You're really not.
I'm a 3D badass. You have no idea.
Well, hey, look.
Small people.
Hey,
short man syndrome's got your ass sick on it.
Hey, Doug.
You twisted it.
I know.
You got a life twisted.
Set it up. Get him to
I'll
sign.
break you in half.
I'll be there.
Sign my ass. I'll break your ass in half.
Set it up.
Okay.
Set it. Look, I don't use this right here.
That's fine, man. Don't. You won't use it again. I guarantee you when I get through it, you won't use it.
Wait, what? This is the man that took the WO off his mom's trophy and claimed it. Who did that?
You won't even know but the neck up be gone.
Okay.
You show me now. You ain't got nothing up there anyway.
Ding, ding,
Run
ding.
your damn mouth.
All right, ding, ding, ding. Ernie, thank you.
Keep smoking that cigarette. That lung.
Damn right. That's what you better hope I do. You better hope I do.
God. Oh Lord, I'm hard, man.
Yeah. That right there. You get used to that. Get used to that around your neck like that. Get used to that. That's what's gonna happen, buddy.
Set it up. You getting all red over and over.
Snatch that out of your goddamn throat.
You probably get ready to have it.
I'm not mad. I'm not red, motherfucker. You can't even look at you, albino vampire. What the fuck you talking about?
Sweating. You look like half a Mr.
I get out of daytime, man. I work for a living. I work for a living. What do you do? Sleep off?
Somebody told me that Ernie's grandfather, and it wasn't Ernie that said it, but he was like one of the oldest living people in Kentucky. Is that true? I mean, I don't think he's alive anymore, but somebody said he was like 107 or something.
All day, you fucking vampire?
Yeah, Doug loves this.
What? Come on. Get out of the dark every once in a while. Get out of the closet.
You just told the truth.
There's a reason.
Like I said, I didn't come on here to talk to you. You ain't going to sit there and make it all about you.
Hey,
get the hell on.
Hey, Doug, you probably know a little bit about this. Back in the day, people used to train at night.
You know why they trained?
You know why they trained?
I'll talk to y'all later.
You know why they trained at night for? You probably know this, right? Because if you can destroy somebody in the nighttime when you can't see them, imagine what you could do to them in the daytime when you can see them very clearly. Fact.
Yeah, you can see them clearly in the daytime. It makes sense to attack in the daytime.
Exactly.
But I wait 6 days, 6 months, 6 years to attack. So, I mean, day or night, it don't matter. A real predator, it doesn't matter day or night.
The fact of the matter is, and I'm glad I'm actually getting to talk to you now. And, look, you want to make some money. I'm all about it. I don't want the money from it. You can keep it. You can throw it to whatever you want to. Get him to sign a contract. I don't care. No holds barred, no rules. Just fist and legs or whatever. I'll sign it. I don't care. I have nothing to hide. Especially, anyway, if you want to fly me to California, hey, I'm all about it. I'll
fly you out. I'll fly you out. But listen, I'll fly you out. But listen, I'll set up a PayPal pool. We'll set it up. We'll set you up with arrangements.
Good deal.
But here at the end of the day, it's.
When the worm started to turn for me, Doug and I had a very public falling out, as some of you know. And when the worm started to turn for me with him was that he wanted me to fly out and search for Maya Miliete in Southern California, but he wanted me to do this within. Like he wanted me to get on a plane the next day. And that just wasn't going to happen. There was not enough time. But what he did was he kept telling me that he wanted me to ask for a drone. he wanted me to ask for donations for a drone, and he told me, he goes, and people will buy it for you. And I said, but I don't want a drone. He's like, but like, you know, it's like, it's like you can get one. And I was like, I don't want a drone. He told people, and I think he collected money for it, but I don't have proof of that. But he was telling people that I was going to come out there, and then I think he took in some donations for it. It was, I can't prove it, but that's just what, and I believe it. But I was like, I'm not comfortable doing that. I don't want a drone. I don't need a drone. There would be drones there. And I remember just going like, holy shit. I would never have thought to, like, I didn't want a drone. I didn't want anybody to buy me a drone. He did take in donations. That doesn't surprise me. I've heard that he did. Piece of shit. Did it under my name too.
It's great for TV, right?
Oh, it's awesome. Oh, dude, I'm telling you, man.
But let's be serious.
Dude, look, I'll tell you what I'll even do. I'll even wire how you get this motherfucker in here?
The crocodile.
Here, just for the ladies here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like this stuff. Here.
No, nobody likes that.
Hold on. Hey, hold on a second. Let's recreate this.
Look at that.
Hey, excuse me, sir. Are you that predator hunter guy?
God, I bet that hat smells like shit.
I seen you in Walmart. Bam.
So I'm glad. I hope everybody understands. All my certifications are real.
They're not.
I stay busy with training. I love it. I have nothing to hide, and I'm glad we understand. I'm glad we're kind of on a base on that right there. We're kind of on the same sheet of music now.
Well, my same sheet of music is this. Is Griff's like family to me. I don't know you, but I will set it up.
I didn't even know that he was taking in. I didn't even know that he was taking in donations. He used to get very mad that if any of his mods ever put my PayPal in the chat, he would get pissed about it. He did not like. I was on his show way too much, and he had promised. He was like, dude, I'll split some money with you for your time, and I was like, well, you can just run, it's fine. It's not like that big of a deal, and yeah, so I just stopped. I didn't stop going. It was like, don't put anything in there for me. But he got really upset about it.
And this is
because he's a piece of shit.
About Summer Wells. At the end of the day.
Here's the thing about it. It is about Summer
I've
Wells.
said Summer Wells.
What you guys are doing now, it is about Summer. So it is about.
Yeah, there were a lot of people that I didn't even know at the time when I first got to YouTube, and they were mad at me because they said that I revived Doug's show, and I did. I made it watchable. I made it entertaining. He had lost so many. I didn't even know that he had lost all these supporters, and that he was doing these terrible things to people. And there were many people that were pissed off at me for quote unquote Tiffany Marie was one of them. She was mad. After I left, he went downhill really fast, and everything was a competition. And and I was just better than him.
Summer Wells. It is. Here's the fact of the matter is, and I believe this,
I mean, not like better as a person. I'm talking about like my show was better. I was, a lot, like I said, a lot of people, 70% of the audience left with me. I think it was maybe even close. I think it was maybe more. It was a lot.
and I'll say this to any platform or whatever. You want the answers about that? Well, it starts at the home. You look at human trafficking, child trafficking, or any kind of options of that, it's always a 98% that, hey, it's got something to do with what? Home. Think about it.
What do you think?
There are still people who don't care for me, that say, he's just like his buddy Doug. Sometimes I get that, not a lot anymore, but I've gotten that a few times, probably in a year or so.
Happened to Summer Wells, Ernie?
I think it's got something to do with child trafficking. I tell
it wasn't just Tiffany who was upset with me about it. None of them liked Doug, but there were a few channels that were upset with me.
everybody, in my heart,
I didn't know. I had no idea about his history. I swear to God, I had no idea. There were about 3 things that happened the night before we went. The night before the Ziggy thing happened, and when everything blew up that night, and it was bad. Like, it was a really, really bad time. When that happened, we were just about to go on the air, and that whole, I had just found out about the drone thing, and I was asking him about it, and he was like, I didn't do that or whatever. Yes, Tiffany Maurice on, her and I made peace, It was just when that stuff happens, you just drop everything, But right before we went on the air that night, I asked him, I'm talking like 30 seconds. He turned around to his dog, Winston, and he called him. Winston was getting into something, and he called Winston. He got mad at him and said, Winston, you effing N-word. Very loud, very clear. Kind of turned around to the computer, and he's like, all right, here we go, and clicked the button, the live. And I sunk back in my chair like this. And I think I had my hood on. And I was just like, what the hell is going on? And like, I was like sick. I had this like sick feeling in my stomach. And he was in such a weird mood. And I was just like his mood was so, different. And I was like, started sinking in my chair. I was mad that he did that. I just was like, where did that come from? And, it wasn't like he was like pretending to be a rapper and saying it. I mean, he said it very, very maliciously and angrily. And we had a big crowd that night. I don't know how many people were there, but it was good size. It was probably close to 1,000 people. And I have no idea to this day what triggered that whole thing. I think he was having an issue with Ziggy, but I don't remember what the issue was. And she came into the chat and said something. And This all happened within a matter of like 15 minutes. And he called her, she's like, told Doug that she was going to cancel her membership. And he was like, well, whatever, you only have the 99-cent membership anyway, you dumb bitch. And he was just extremely nasty to her. Regardless of how you feel about her or anybody else. And it was over from there. I just clicked off. I didn't even say bye. I just left. And I walked out of the studio. I walked into the house. And I remember saying, I'm never going back there again. I'm never going to talk to that guy ever again. Never. For any reason. Yeah. And then then the next day was when I was going to address it. I went to bed that night. It was upsetting. The whole thing was very upsetting. Because even at that time, like Ziggy and I had some sort of like friendship, sort of YouTube friendship. Ziggy, when I first came on YouTube, Ziggy interviewed me on her channel. I was like the first person to go on there. But I walked in the house and I just said, I am never going back there. Ever. I'm never speaking to him again. I gave him what I thought was a lot of grace, and it was really disgusting, and I was very uncomfortable. But what happened before that made everything even worse. And then the next day, I went on my channel, and I was going to talk about it. And I remember the title of the stream. It was called I Burn Bridges Because I Can Swim. And it was like a 20th. I don't even remember. I've never watched it after that happened. I never, ever, ever watched it after. And I don't even remember what I said, but I was addressing it. And right before I was about to go on the air, he messages me, and it was in the morning. It was like 10 in the morning. And he messages me and says, don't talk about it. It'll make it worse. And I just deleted his number. I was like, get out of my phone. And then that was it. That was all. I was done. I was completely done. And I'm to be honest with you, I'm ashamed that I waited around that long. That I made as many excuses for him as I did. I truly, truly thought that he was trying to change as a person. And he fooled me. And he fooled a lot of people, I think. I'm not Mr. Perfect or anything. Trust me. But holy shit. I mean, that was a bad... I don't even know how we survived that stuff. I don't even know how I did, to be honest with you. I have no clue. I have no clue how I came out on the other side of it. I think that... And I got called... Here's another thing, too. Was that I got called a coward by a lot of people for not sticking up for Ziggy that night, not standing up to Doug. There were a lot of people that were very upset with me about it. And I tried to explain that if I would have done that, it would have made everything worse. I had gotten into it with him a couple of times about a couple different things. And it didn't end well. And then we kind of made up. But, you know, when you're on his panel and everything is his. And, you know, he was the end all be all. And it didn't have to be that way. It really didn't have to be that way. And I was telling people, I said I would have been muted. I would have been kicked off the panel. So I just chose to leave, you know, and I felt bad for Zeke. I really did. Couldn't believe it. And I addressed it the next day. But I just needed some time. I needed some, you know, it was a really uncomfortable thing for me and for Ziggy and for people that were watching. It was very terrible. And I know that a lot of people did enjoy the shows that we did together. And and sometimes I did too. I mean, we had a lot of laughs. I always have a lot of laughs, no matter what. Always. I always do. And I had laughs there, but I don't have a lot of fond memories because all that really stood out to me was the ending. And kind of the climax of it, you know, the crescendo or whatever it is, when it popped off and everything, it was so messed up the way it happened. And it was very regrettable. It was very regrettable. What a weird time that was.
I want to say that Summer Wells is still alive. I want to keep that very moment alive. That hey, maybe she's alive. That's what I want to. I want to keep that. I want to keep that, and I want to have faith in that. I will never give up faith in a child. That's one thing about me. I won't do like Don Wells did, and there's no way I would do that. I would never say she was a tough little girl. I would never say she was, because when you say was, that's past tense. You pretty much just incriminated yourself on everything.
Well, that was a thing. You know, he didn't speak about me for years. Like it took him about 2 years before he wanted to try and start airing things out about me, but he wouldn't even say my name, because there were people that still watched him that he knew that if he said bad things about me that they would leave. And that eventually ended up happening, but much, much later down the road. And, but it was always uncomfortable. It felt like it, to be honest with you, a lot of the time. I remember there was a lady that was like, you should go on. The reason I ended up going on his show is because there was a lady that would watch my show, and she'd email me. So you should get with this no thanks guy or whoever. And I joined a panel once, and
parent I've ever met that has lost their child or a missing child that I've looked in many, many times in their eyes, it's like they don't do that. They keep their child alive until they find out otherwise.
Yeah, but then he started going after Chris too. I mean, he started saying crazy shit about him as well. I mean, there was nobody that he wouldn't talk about if he was mad at them, but it just took him a while.
It's simple. It's that simple. I would have never put a photo up, and this is
and white boys original beef with me was because Doug had him and White Boy ended up going at it too, but Doug was going to have White Boy up on the panel once with us, and I saw him and his wife sitting in the background, and I dropped off because I was like, I don't know who these people are. They don't really look like my kind of people. He was very sweaty, wearing like a tank top, and she was ripping heaters. Like, not that smoking cigarettes matters to me, but it was just the very aggressive nature of the whole thing. And I dropped off. And ever since then, White was, he thinks he was too good to be a yeah, little bitch.
Proven fact on this too, and you can look it up. And the statistics that show this of my daughter dancing around in the rain. But there's a barrel perfectly there where you can see for sale. If you
please hit that like button. What happened?
Know the signs and symbols of what.
Yeah, I saw him backstage, and he was about to put them on, and I was like, I don't know who these guys are.
To look for,
you know
that right there
that's
is
true.
one of the main. That's how they do that. That's how
the Illuminati.
Was that?
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that a different symbol I looked at? I'm sorry. I thought that.
What?
Oh, the for sale sign doesn't mean Illuminati?
Well, I mean, no, it's the signs and symbols. There's a lot of things, investigation. See, what Griff don't understand is, I'm trained with HTAT. You know what HTAT is? I've got an HTAT certification.
You've got a lot of certifications. I like certs.
HTAT stands for Human Trafficking Awareness Training. There's a 1 hour course, there's a 2 hour course, and then there's a 4 hour course.
It's online. It's online, correct?
Yeah, you have to pay for it.
Online. Oh, yeah.
And or you can go to the state and take it. But it's also accredited through all 50 states in the United States. It's accredited through there.
Somebody's saying, ask you about the misspelling.
Look, the Tennessee, you can take that up with them. The Tennessee State Guard gave me that, the field copy of it. I've got my sworn in pictures. I can show you that. It's not my fault that it's misspelled. I'm sorry.
Let's see. Jones had said one time about someone, I am better than you. And she was right. Yeah, well, I don't know if I would say that about somebody. I don't have a problem if somebody wants to say that and they feel that way, and it probably is true. I'm just not worse than them. Well, that's just really, that's how I feel about it, I guess.
Sorry, it's Tennessee. Things happen. Like I said, none of my certifications. That one certification there.
I can't believe these clips are still here.
Is misspelled, okay? And that's not my fault. That was what was given to me. That was what was given to me. I've got all the photos. I've got everything from there. So, okay, look, and you say a jack of all trades. Look, in the country, you learn how to build houses. You learn how to take care of your family. You learn how to do all that. So, yeah, you can be a jack of all trades and a master at none. I've got a lot of.
That's what I am.
Whatever, guys. I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, if you don't believe me, hey, they have state certification numbers.
What's funny? What's funny, Ernie? If you know a little bit about politics and you know a little bit about life and you know a little bit about popsicles, you can talk to.
I don't know about popsicles
or taxes or whatever. You can speak lingo that people like. If you want to talk like, in analogies or different kind of.
I did.
How do I even put this?
Look, it's a simple thing. You may not like me, and I don't care if you don't like me.
No,
but for what
this is what
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about anybody on here watching. You may not like me. You may hate me. What fact of the matter is, if proven fact, if you are against what we do with busting child predators, then and people who protect,
dude. Doug used to say that he wasn't going to. I remember, and he would play it out like kind of as a joke. And I didn't really understand how like super chats and super stickers worked because it was my first month and a half on here. I wasn't even monetized most of the time I was on his channel. When I was on my channel, I wasn't. He was like, It doesn't matter. It's stupid. But he would just say shit like, I'm not talking anymore until I get a super chat, and would like laugh about it. And I kind of thought he was joking, but I don't think he was really.
Child predators,
At all.
then you need to look at yourself in the mirror. That's a fact. That's a fact. So, you know, I've got a past. Everybody has a past, okay? Everybody does. Everybody's done something in life that they didn't want to do or was made to do or you know, whatever the situation was. It's what we do in the future that counts. You know, it's sad that people only remember people for the bad things. I've done 2 bad things in life. 2 bad things. I ran 2 shows that I wish I never even touched. But people don't understand the aspect of it. I had insurance. I took $1 million insurance on every single show I've ever done. That's fact. There's documentation.
What kind of bond? A surety bond?
A surety bond, yeah.
All right, so I used to get surety bonds for hole-in-ones.
Okay, you know how you can get $1 million insurance policy.
Well, I mean, he's not an actual predator hunter, so.
For each one of them, it covers the building, the ground, the food you sell,
well, hold on.
the spectators, all that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead.
So I used to run like $1 million hole-in-one, where if you hit a hole-in-one, you get $1 million. But you don't really have to pay $1 million to cover that surety bond. You know how much you pay?
It depends on if you get it yearly or what kind of license you actually get, or what kind of insurance you actually get.
You can just buy a surety bond for one event.
Yeah, you can do that. But I was using
$750.
I know.
For a $1 million hole-in-one, so it costs $750 in insurance under a surety bond to cover $1 million. So,
but you have to look. You have to. But each category you cover,
it wasn't. We weren't able to sustain anything, unfortunately.
You know, when it itemizes it and everything, there's like one for the grounds, one for the spectators, one for the food. If you sell food or drinks or vineyard, you know, what you sell.
Ernie, I've owned several businesses. I used to open up businesses for people.
That's not true.
Down to S corps, down to corporations.
Right. Well, I mean, you know, the fact of the matter is, I had it.
Franchise tax board. I dealt.
Doug was homeless. He kept getting picked up for vagrancy. They forced him to move into an apartment as part of his terms of release.
I deal with the franchise tax board yearly, and I pay unemployment insurance. You got to pay EDD. You got to pay. I know you have ED and all that other stuff you said, but EDD, you have to pay them through a business.
Right. Well,
ED, whatever you said earlier. I'm sorry.
No, hell no, you ain't got caught, man. No, but literally, the fact of the matter is, I had that insurance. Okay, you know, people can say whatever they want to say about me. I ran 2 shows that it blew up in my face. Okay, they don't talk about the other 100.
I think he was also supposed to be on Cobra Kai too.
51 shows that I help run. They don't talk.
All right, so let's see. We're at 2 hours. I understand and remember what ended it. I'm going to tell he was abusive to a woman. I've heard that too. Yeah, I've heard that too. So anyway, blast from the past, ridiculous. I was going to stay till 2:30, but I don't think I have it in me. So we'll call it a night here. Appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Y'all have a good night.
After Dark is starting shortly.
I don't know why he would do that. Yeah, it's not till later. It's going to be bad. Y'all have a good night.
After Dark is starting soon. After Dark is starting soon.
Right. Well, you opened that Pandora's door.
I was actually just sitting down to pee, but whatever, you know.
What's the point in causing any ruckus instead?
Live After Dark starts now.
What being here, making me and the lab part of your day. Good to be here. How is everybody? 10:36, January 10th, 10:36 a.m. It's good to be here. Good to see you. Thanks for being here.
That cat sees you donated
What a night
$10
last
through
night.
Super
You know,
Chat.
it was a lot.
Just cause. Blue heart
to
emoji.
take in a lot of information to unpack. And we spoke at length. And once again, I'd like to thank Chris McDonough of the interview room for being here last night. That was totally awesome of him. And it's funny, we had a conversation just recently about other theories and things like that. And one of the theories that we did talk about was and he propped it up to me, said, well, what if Summer had been hit by a car, and then that's where the scream came from with JS and the family. And that, we've also heard rumblings and rumors that maybe Andy's mother had owned a red truck. All speculation. Nobody knows. Just stuff, bouncing ideas off of each other. I just thought that was an interesting theory. But once again, I do want to thank Chris for being a part of the show. And thank you all for being here. It is good to see you. And I titled this episode, I titled it I can burn bridges because I can swim. And there was a few things that I wanted to talk about here. First and foremost of being, the thought of unconditional, love. What is unconditional love? Is there such a thing as unconditional love? And when is walking away, when is it a good thing? And as harsh as, people want to be just about life in general and turning your back on others and doing what's best for you and not what's best for others is something that we all have to learn. And I think that we've all gotten ourselves in trouble putting other people first when we don't put ourselves in the right position. That happens far too often. And it happens with me far too often. And it happens just in general. And I'll do some of these questions towards the end that you guys are bringing in here. And so when you quote unquote burn a bridge, when you say that you're burning a bridge, it's a very bold statement. It's a very boisterous statement. And if you're going to burn bridges, for whatever reason you want to burn those bridges for, you got to be able to swim, obviously, meaning you have to be able to pick yourself up from that for whatever reason that you burnt that bridge for. Now, I'm not saying that you should go around just burning bridges. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, in order for you to keep power of your life, in order for you to keep control over your life, walking away from something that's not healthy for you or healthy for another person in that relationship is imperative. It's key. You can only allow certain people. You can only allow people to have so much power over you until you want to take that power back. And the one way to take your power back in your life, to gain control over your life, to give yourself the best chance, is when you are put in situations, or you're in a situation that you may not like, and you have every right in the world to take control of the situation back. And however you need to do that. And sometimes it is difficult and sometimes it is very hard to do. And you want to be careful. But at the same time, we talk about what is most important. Who is most important? Me, my family. That's most important. It should be you and your family first, everything else second. And burning a bridge doesn't necessarily mean burning relationships. It just means that bridge that you have traveled across to meet that other person on the other side, and they can have a conduit to you towards the other side. Well, maybe you just got to figure out another way to get to each other because that bridge is done. So what needs to happen is you burn that bridge, but you can make a new bridge. You can make a new bridge. You can build a new bridge. But the fact of the matter is, when one bridge is burnt, you have to make a new one if that's what you want to do. But you also have to be able to walk away. You have to be able to walk away from that bridge as well. You don't have to go and make a new one, but you definitely do have to burn down the bridges that do not suit what comes into your life. And people want to talk about unconditional love. I'll tell you what unconditional love is. Unconditional love is an excuse for someone that you love to treat you like you don't matter because you're going to love them no matter what. My love comes with conditions. I'll just tell you that right now. As is, I hope yours does too. I hope that your love also comes with conditions. You understand? The only reason that the term unconditional love exists is so people can treat you like trash and they can make excuses for it. I will not follow someone to the depths of hell because of blind loyalty. How many of you have ever seen the show Intervention? When Intervention, the interventionist says basically, you have to draw a line in the sand. Either this person gets help or they're out of your life. There's two options. There's two options that they have. And what are those two options? Get better or get out of my life. That doesn't mean that you love them, but you will not love somebody to death. You don't have to love somebody to death. Nobody wants to watch somebody kill themselves. Nobody wants to watch that. Nobody needs that kind of love. That's not good love. It's enabling. You have to be able to walk away from certain situations. You have to be able to walk away from certain people. Once again, unconditional love is nothing more than an excuse for someone to treat you like trash because they know that you're so loyal that you will never stick up for yourself. Oh, but I love you so much. My love is unconditional for you. Well, then you're in for a world of hurt. You are in a world of trouble if that's the way that you view life. If you are so blind to the facts of life that you follow people into terrible situations, your life's not going to go that way. It's not going to go well for you. Unconditional love is an excuse. And it is okay to burn bridges with the intent of building a new one that supports both or more of you. Whether it be a suspension bridge or a walking bridge or whatever. I don't know how many kind of bridges there are, but not all bridges are built the same. Some are built for different terrain. It's a metaphor. Work with me. But I get so sick and tired of hearing this whole narrative that love is unconditional. Love is this. Love is that. Love is what you intend it to be. And it has to work for both people. It has to work for everybody. Because if it doesn't, then is that really love? Is that just one-way love? Because there's a lot of that. There's a lot of one-way love. Do as I say, not as I do type of advice. Everybody's an armchair quarterback. And that's just the long and short of it when it comes to love, you know. And everybody says, "Oh, love is blind." I don't think so. I think love squints. It goes like this. It might be 80% blind, but it's not all the way blind. It squints. You know, it is definitely not an unconditional type of thing that people want to make it out to be. You know, how many people are in prison because they go, "Man, what are you in here for?" "I'm nothing." "You're in here for nothing?" "Well, I didn't snitch. I didn't tell on my boy. I didn't tell on my boy. I ain't like that. I didn't tell on my boy." So it's like, you're in here for someone else because of what? Because I ain't no snitch. You're in here for another person. That not only is that unconditional blindness, but it's just foolish. It's just foolish. See in the chat here, it says that Robert Durst just died. Bummer. It couldn't have been a nicer person that happened to. He lived too many years free, if you ask me. I knew this was coming, and I have a lot of thoughts on it, and maybe I'll cover it later at another time. But I've been after Robert for, a long time. Wow. Unbelievable. It goes from unconditional to brainwashed at some point. It not only is it brainwashing, it's manipulative. There is this false sense of loyalty with people, and I'm telling you, it's one-way loyalty. When you turn your back on somebody, you're automatically a disloyal human. Never mind the reasons that you may have done it. That doesn't matter. In the world of blind loyalty, you turn your back on people. Not cool. Not cool. And I do, once again, always say when people are talking about unconditional love, that I don't think that there's such a thing. I think that's abusive love. Because the person that would actually love you wouldn't make you put up with that kind of stuff. They would look at it from everybody's. If I did something to somebody and people would look and say, well, was that deserved or not? Look, that's up to me and that's up to you in each individual situation. What the problem with that is that love reciprocates. When you put it out there into the ether, you expect to get love in return, respect in return. And when you don't get love and respect in return from somebody that you love unconditionally, well, then you're just supposed to put up with it. Why would I just put up with that? Why would I just put up with that? Why would you just put up with that? And when people talk, you know, I want to let my love light shine just like you, but at the same time, it does come with conditions. And I know that that's not like a popular thing to say, but you got to understand. You got to really understand. I think you're oversimplifying it. It's appropriate for children. It's acceptable when someone is just having an idiot moment. Otherwise, they're a decent person. I think that, you know, I don't know if I'm oversimplifying it or undersimplifying it, but what I'm trying to explain is that if the person truly loves you, then there is no need for that unconditional love. There's no need for it because they wouldn't put you in those kinds of choosing situations. Indeed, I absolutely do. When you love somebody, you want to make sure that you treat them with the utmost respect and try to understand from the other person's point of view. The problem with that is love doesn't always reciprocate. People don't always show the same love. The same love back and forth. A lot of times, you know, people ask me about my dad. They say, well, do you forgive him? And sometimes I go, I don't know. Does it matter if I do? I'm not really sure. Sometimes I feel like I do. Sometimes I feel like I don't. But here's the thing. There are things in life that happen that people do to you that are unforgivable. That's just the fact of the matter. You don't have to forgive. Why do you have to forgive? Why do people tell you that you have to forgive? People do things in life that are unforgivable. Killing your mother is one of those things. Do I forgive? I don't know. Do I want to? Sure. Is it possible? Maybe. But do I? I don't know. It depends the day you catch me on. I'll just be honest with you. It just depends on the day. Because, once again, my life is my life, and my feelings are my feelings. And if I am able to live with the way that I feel about a certain person, i.e., say my father, then as long as it's not affecting my life and other situations, as long as I'm not harboring this hatred, as long as I'm not harboring this animosity towards other people in my life and taking my anger out on other people in my life for the things that my father has done to me. To me, that's as good as forgiveness. To me, that's as good as forgiveness. But it's also not, it's not mandatory for me to forgive. It's not mandatory for you to forgive. There are things that people do in this world that are unforgivable. They just are. And if you've ever had something happen to you, such as a life crime or, you know, just betrayal on the ultimate level, maybe you wouldn't be so keen to forgive. Maybe you wouldn't be so apt to say, you know what? Things happen. Respect and love are a two-way street. In my mind, if I think about it the way that I think about it, what my own father did to my family is unforgivable. He tore us apart piece by piece, shred by shred, day by day, year by year. And, you know, one of the first questions I always get asked, do you forgive him? I don't know. Would you? Would you? My family was as destructive as the Wells, just not so dirty. I refuse to repeat that. We don't forgive them, we forgive us. As long as I can look myself in the eye and know that I'm doing the best that I can for my children, for my family, while I am sifting through the emotions of things that have happened to me, whether it be a bad relationship, whether it be a hatred with a sibling or whatever. And not today. Thank you so much also for that. Super Sick is very kind. Thank you. You know, look, yeah, I'll give you a little backstory here. You know, as a young child, my father and mother had a contentious relationship, jealousy, drugs, alcohol, mostly on my father's part, paranoia, breaking up, making up. His behavior became more erratic in the days leading up to the life crime. And what ended up happening was he murdered my mother and has been in prison for over 30 something years. And me and my sister were the two kids. We went off to live with my grandparents, and that's just how it's been. And then growing up dealing with all those things, you know, we dealt with them the best way that we could. And that was even talking about forgiveness. Do you forgive? You have to forgive, Josh. You got to forgive, Josh. And I'd always say, why? Why is it so important for me to forgive? Why can't I just feel the way that I feel about it? Why can't I just be me? Just let me be me. Let me feel about it how I want to feel. Forgiveness is, that's between him and God. That's just between him and God. That is not between, what do I got to forgive him for? To make him feel better or to make me feel better? Because I'm not really that concerned with somebody's feelings that didn't have much consideration for me. And by the way, this can be on such smaller levels. It doesn't have to be like this. I'm not a vengeful person. I'm not a spiteful person. What does it matter to me if what does it matter if I forgive him? I think he just better hope that God forgives him, not me. That doesn't have anything to do with me. And if I'm not carrying around that hatred, and I'm telling you right now, I don't have hatred for him. And if you want to call that forgiveness, then call it forgiveness. Call it what you want. But he should have never put me in that position to have to forgive him. That's his problem, not mine. That's their problem, not yours. Do you see? Just because you have a falling out with somebody doesn't make it unrepairable. But is it worth the repair? I don't know. In that certain situation, I felt, as somebody who's now 36 years old and dabbled in the idea of maybe forming a relationship with my father, I decided that it was for the best, that I never would. Because that bothered me more interacting than trying to, quote unquote, forgive. Forgiveness is between him and God, in my opinion. And once again, it doesn't have to be a life crime. It could be anything. Somebody puts you in a bad situation. Somebody doesn't respect how you feel about something, and you know, they're just like, whatever. Well, those are the kind of people I don't need, and I'm guessing that you don't really need those people either. Those are the kind of people that I try to stay away from. And it's not that I don't love these people. In my heart, there's always going to be a certain amount of love for my dad. That shit, I can't help that. I was programmed that way. That's how it works. He's my father. But that doesn't really give me a reason to go, you know what? All's forgiven. Let's hang out. No, that's not how it works. Not in my world, maybe in yours. Maybe in yours it works that way, but in mine, that's not how I work. You might be the most loyal person in the world, and you'll follow somebody to the gates of hell. Good for you. I'm hopping off at the next exit. Oh, they're my friend. I'm going to go down with the ship. Somebody grab me a lifeboat. This plane's on fire and we're going to crash. Parachute, please. Because I've been there. And I'm not going down with other people's ships. It's not mine. I'm not the one sinking it. I just know that I don't want to be on a sinking ship. And I, you know, when that ship sinks, I hope that it's salvaged and repaired. And then maybe we can go for a ride again, depending on if it's good for both of us. But if it's not, then it's not. I am shocked at the amount of loyal this and loyal that. I'm an old soul. I'm an old soul. No, you're a new fool. That's what you are. You want to be so loyal that everything around you comes crashing down for people that don't respect the things that you do, or, you know, people have done you so wrong in your life to take people out of your life, but you should forgive. It'll make you feel better. Well, does it make you feel better just saying that? Because if it does, then just be quiet. You know what I mean? Just be quiet. Everybody wants to have an opinion. Everybody thinks that everybody functions the same way. Everybody thinks the same way. That's not how it goes. I don't think like you and you don't think like me. Not saying I'm right, not saying you're wrong. But I like the way that I deal with things. It's far from perfect, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. And I think that the more that, you know, we delve into these kind of things, we look at regaining our own power and regaining our own strength and structure, not according to what others think we should do, but according to what we feel that we should do. Joni says, so you don't want to feel better. What am I feeling better about? I feel fine. I feel fine. There is nothing. I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know what you feel by that, but you got to understand that we don't all handle situations the same way. And I'm so glad that there are tons of loyal people in this world. We don't have to think alike. If you would do something a certain way and I would do something a certain way, that's just called being individuals. But I tell you, the same way that you would look at me for quote unquote not wanting to forgive or quote unquote not wanting to be loyal, come on now. I think of it the same way. I go, why would you do that to yourself? Well, why would you do that to yourself? My ex-husband caused the death of my daughter. I thought many ways of getting even. Now he's in prison for double homicide. I forgave but never forgot. Vengeance is God's, not mine. And AB Vet, thank you for sharing that. You know, as I'm sorry to hear that. What a tragic thing that has happened. And if the forgiveness worked for you, whatever that was, forgiveness is just a word. It doesn't really mean anything other than maybe you have made peace, that you don't have hatred in your heart. If that's forgiving, sure, then I guess that's what I've forgiven. There's no hate. There used to be a lot, and I worked through a lot of that. But Navy Vet, I am so sorry to hear that. That's just tough. Yeah, you know, you'll never forget. You'll never forget. And you don't want to. Ed, why don't you read the room, bud? So is it okay to burn a bridge? Yes, because to me, burning a bridge isn't a forever thing. Bridges can be rebuilt, new bridges. in different locations, different structure and material. You know, you would all read the title and go, burning a bridge, that's a forever thing. Not in my world, it's not. Not in my world, it's not. But burning a bridge is fine. If that bridge isn't supporting both of you, if that bridge isn't supporting your relationship both ways, if it's not a two-way bridge, then it needs to be torn down. Then it needs to be torn down. And please, by all means, set it on fire if you want. Right. You burn them and never look back. And that's okay. You don't have to. But once again, the way that there's different ways to burn bridges. Let's build a zip line. Yeah, I mean, bridges you burn light the way. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. Ed, I'm gonna ask you. It's not what we're really talking about right now, Ed. I'm gonna just ask politely. Can you not try to get people riled up by saying something that you don't know that to be a fact or not? Ed, you don't know what you're talking about. You're just in here to get people riled up. Don't do it. Go somewhere else if that's your goal. Please. Thank you. It really is it's funny. Moving forward is burning a bridge as well. Advancement in life. Absolutely. You don't have to forgive or justify yourself to anyone. I forgive a lot of people for a lot of bad things, but I can't forgive my mom for essay on me some days. I'm great and some days I'm not. That's exactly how I feel. It's exactly how I feel. Some days are better than others. Some days I'm more apt to say, and some days I'm more like, well, you know what, frig off. But, you know, I'll never accept the theory that we have to forgive. So in order for me to forgive, do I have to say to that person, I forgive you to their face? Or is it just something in my heart that I deal with? Because I feel that it's just something in my heart that I deal with. That's how I feel about it. In my heart, I feel as though I'm not angry. I don't want revenge. I just don't want to be involved with you anymore. Meaning, as like that would pertain to like my father or somebody who's done me so wrong that I can never turn back. It's in me. It's my decision. I don't have to sit in front of somebody, and just like you don't have to sit in front of somebody and say, I forgive you. And I'm telling you guys right now, you do not have to justify why you can or can't forgive somebody. That's between you and how well you can sleep at night, if it is absolutely imperative that you can't take another step in life without forgiving somebody, then that's what you have to do. But if you can maneuver in this world with putting those things to the side and saying, you know what, I forgive them, but I don't need to be audible about it. They don't need to know how I feel. They don't need to know how I feel. That's not, I owe them nothing. They owe me nothing. And I think that it is such a fine line between forgiveness. Hold on. Hold on, just an alert that I forgive her. Wow. Yeah, she's fine. She didn't do it. I mean, it was an accident. Sorry. Kind of took the wind right out of my sails there. She did. She swatted me. Yeah, she's fine. It's just oh, the joys, right? Yeah. Yeah, she's fine. I was just like, what is going on? Well, yeah, she did. I'm sorry about that, guys. Yeah, it did. It did. It did. You start getting an alert. I got an alert on my computer, my phone, and I'm going, oh God, what happened? It's scary because my son has epilepsy and I get really like wound up when something like that happens. So forgive me for taking off in such a way, but everything's okay. She's okay. She forgives me. I forgive her. It's not yeah, jeez. Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've had to call the ambulance on when my grandpa was sick. He had dementia and Alzheimer's, and he started falling a lot, and then so we were constantly calling the cops. And then after he passed away, then my son was diagnosed with seizures, and then we started calling the ambulance a lot then. And now my grandma, who's about 80 years old, and she uses kind of a little walker. She's the one that raised me, her and my grandpa. So yeah, terrifying. Anyway, Yeah. Woo. Yeah, grandma. That's how the flare gun. Help, I need help. Is Ed still here? If Ed's still here, I mean, and he's yeah, and once again, sorry. I'm gonna take a drink of my. All right, I feel better. But I totally lost my train of thought. And that's okay. But anyway, I guess we can end it now. I believe tomorrow after Chris goes on, we're gonna do another wrap up. And I hope you guys are all there. Fantastic stuff Chris is doing. And we will talk to you guys soon. Thank you guys for being here. I'm sorry again. Yeah. Roll call. Thank you again, new members, super chats. Where is it? Wait, let me throw those up. Classy Chatty, thank you so much for the $9.99. Mama She, 13. That was my old baseball number. $9.99. What are your thoughts on Candace not getting arrested? I'll answer this on the way out. What are my thoughts on Candace not getting arrested for giving Hunter alcohol and vape? Delinquency of a minor. I'm sure at some point she'll be facing that. Doctors gave me a life alert for seizures. My granddaughter lives in Kentucky. I live alone. How am I supposed to hit that button? Yeah, I don't know. Do you have an Apple Watch? I know that they have that stuff. South Wales. I love that. Whew. That's funny. Is Ed still around? I haven't seen him. Take care, guys.